Hello everyone, my name is Jays and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing off a brand new build in the skill tree open beta. Just as a note, it is in beta, so some of these skills may change later on down the line. And it's done in update 3 of the beta, just in case they change anything else. So, I'm going to start with the skill set. So starting in Mastermind, we have Combat Medic and Painkillers Basic, just because we want to push up those tiers and Combat Medic 8 isn't worth having. Quick Fix and Uppers and Inspire, just really good skills. First Aid Kit's going to be very key in this build because Uppers Ace gives you that self-reviving effect, and it also doesn't consume a down, so that means medic kits are not as good when you can just not count your downs with these first aid kits. So, controller, you see, we've aced out everything. The reason that is we want Endurance Ace to run faster. We want Cable Guy for those cable ties, not the cable ties, to get 2 converts at the same time. And you want Stockholm Syndrome in order to be able to have your civilians stay there forever, and they can trade you during an assault once. That's really useful. But it only works once, but being able to trade it out during an assault immediately is just insane, and you shouldn't die with this build. You really shouldn't. Hostage Taker for 4.5% health regen every 5 seconds for having at least 1 hostage or converted enemy. That's really easy because you're always going to have a convert or a dom because your hostage won't run away. Joker and Partners in Crime to give you those nice doms to run there on the map. They're really tanky now and extremely useful. They'll kill everything for you and they'll tank a lot of bullets. And they also give you a 30% health bonus on top of that, so that's amazing. Enforcer, Oppressor Ace because armor regen's good with dodge and flashbangs suck. Transporter Basic because you can throw bags. The Ace isn't worth having because we don't have any armor points. We've only got 20 with the suit, so a 2% movement reduction is just nothing. Technician, we don't take anything. Ghost, we take Duck and Cover Ace for the sprinting, probably because we're dodge, we want to move faster. Evasion for the nice movement speed. Shockproof because tasers suck basically, and it also gets you up to the top of tiers. Dire Need just to fill in the points, and being able to like spray your weapons into enemies when you're down and just knock them over is really good, or when you're about to die. Sneaky Bastard, extra dodge, really useful. Every 3 points, which is nice. So you got to get at least 5 concealment to get it all maxed. And Fugitive, Equilibrium Basic and Gun Nut Basic, just because buffing pistols is really good, and Gun Nut extra 5 bullets in every pistol is OP. Yes, it does work with revolvers. 9 lives aced, being able to go down 1 more time is amazing, and of course Swan Song Ace because it was OP before and it's still OP now, hasn't been changed. We take the first aid kits. Your melee, you want a 30 concealment. I take the buzzer, of course it's OP. You can also take the empty palm guitar. You can take any knife. You can have your brass knuckles, whatever you wanted. Bronco, I took the Bronco. You definitely want a pistol. Revolvers are generally the best, and you want to have it hit 30 concealment. Bronco's the best because you can put a +3 concealment boost on it. I've modded it with a flash hider, ergo wooden grip, no slide, and slimline body. Just make sure you get it to 30 concealment, whatever your secondary is. You can also use a Gruber Kurz and a Benetti 9. They both allow the +3 concealment, which can get you to 33 concealment to allow you to have an even different primary. As long as your primary can hit 27 or 24 if you're using the 33 concealment, you can use anything. I like to use the grenade launcher with both mods and a concealment buff. You can also put it with fire. You can use the crossbows with explosive bolts. You can use bows with explosive bolts. You can use the FAMAS. The FAMAS also reaches 27 because you can mod it with a lot of things you wouldn't think you could put on it, like a G2 grip and a sight. But as long as you plus the +3 concealment buff on it, it can get to a really low concealment, and it helps you shred through dozer faceplates. And that's pretty much all you really want to be using with this. And now we've covered everything else, we're just going to check the perk deck out and then we'll move on. So Rogue gives you the nice dodge and the pierce and the swap speed, and you see our dodge hits 40. You may be wondering why we're not using OP Grinder. Grinder got nerfed, they added a 2-second delay onto all the healing now, and it takes a long time to get it back. The health regen just doesn't seem worth it, and considering we're always going to have the 4.5% every 5 seconds from Hostage Taker, it's probably better than Grinder health regen. You don't need both, especially when you have first aid kits to give you your health back. So you may as well just run Rogue. You could also run something like Ex-President if you want a nice mix of dodge and health regen, because that hasn't been changed. Just a quick note, suits have been modified. The base dodge in it now is 5 instead of 10, so that's another 5 dodge off. So, yeah, you can only hit 40 now as opposed to 45. So they really don't like you using dodge, apparently. But, there you go. Maybe wondering why I'm not running the white streak. Well, they got nerfed into the ground. Most pistols now suck. Their fire rate's just been nerfed. And their damage has also been nerfed. So the Bronco's relatively untouched. You may as well bring it. Okay, well, now we've seen everything. Let's get on to the actual gameplay and show you this build in action on Deathwish. Okay, so let's talk about the build. So, the general build is a dodge build. Or, you know, a fast-moving suit build. So it has all the benefits of the old dodge. You have really quick movement, you got inspired to pull up all your teammates, you can run around the map, you can kill everybody really quickly, you can do all the objectives, you know, as I already said, inspire up all your teammates, all the old good stuff. But it has a bunch of old new things in it, which help by the new skill sets. First off, you'll notice the Bronco looks like it's got some kind of hack on it, because it has 11 mag. That is actually intentional with gun nut. And even though it has a lot slower reload, since we don't have the faster reload speed, it doesn't matter, because with 11 mag, you hardly need to reload anyway because you've got almost double the magazine size. You'll one-shot headshot most enemies, so that's pretty great. Has a fast fire rate, and it's a very good weapon for killing everything, even though it is a revolver with not too many shots, since you can put down most enemies with a single headshot, or 2 taps to the body. You don't really need to worry about anything else. It's got good range and accuracy. You can snipe people from a distance, and you can, you know, unload a couple of bullets up close if you need to. So it's just an all-round purpose killing weapon. It means it can basically replace your primary. The primary is the GL40. It kills all the shields and stuns the dozers. It does what it needs to. Same thing with the bow. And you can pick up your ammo for it. Even though ammo picker has been massively nerfed for most weapons, this build is actually sustains its ammo really well without using any ammo bag. So that's definitely a good positive. And the buzzer, of course, you just zap cloakers with it. Moving on to more specifics about the build, talking about the skills. You'll notice the dominators have been changed. You can have about 8 doms on the map or something stupid like that. And you can dominate really easily. About 1 in every 3 cops you come across will probably give up to you. And the doms that you actually get are really tanky, and they run around and they can soak up loads of bullets for you. They'll kill a lot of things for you. And you really have to replace them. Even though they are really tanky, they will pretty much always be on the map. It's not like a chore you have to replace them every 5 minutes. They will stay alive for you. They're very easy to get and very easy to replace with doming anybody. You can pretty much run around the corner and dom the next card you see, and then just convert him straight away. As I've said, you can pretty much dom everybody. There doesn't seem to be a limit, and almost everyone will give up to you. Next, moving on to the Swan Song and First Aid Kit interaction, which just seems fairly broken to me, but you can self-revive constantly. You can even do it like 3 times in a row, and since it doesn't use any downs, and it's so easy, you can literally just go down as many times as you want, use your Swan Song to kill all the enemies, and then just get yourself back up for free. No down usage, so you don't even need to use first aid kits, and there's no cooldown or anything on it, and you get all your health back. Something to note that it doesn't actually really give you kind of any indication when your Swan Song's over and you've been picked back up. So you probably want to look at your health bar to make sure you don't go down accidentally again because you think you're still in Swan Song and invincible. So in order to get the maximum usage out of Swan Song, you want to only drop your first aid kits during Swan. I know a lot of people will, if they'll go to low health, it'll be instinctive to drop a first aid kit and pick it up. You want to wait until you go down, because then you can use your Swan Song to kill loads of enemies for free without wasting ammo, and then you can get back up again, and there's basically no penalty for doing so. So in order to maximize the usage, do not use first aid kits unless you're down, and by down I mean in Swan Song. You can also help the team with these. If, let's say there's a bag out in a really terrible choke point, or there's like a dozer, you can drop one for your friend. He can run in and shoot all the enemies and grab the bag, and he'll get back up with all his health, and hopefully he can get out of there in time. And AA has 14 uses, so you'll almost never run out of these, and you'll just never die. Other things about the build, it's got good dodge. 40 is pretty high. You can run around the map, and with your sprinting, you get your extra 25. That's 65 dodge. If you're using the crouch things, you can get like 80 or something like that. So yeah, you've got very good dodge. There's a very high chance most of the bullets coming your way will just bounce off you. So that's already just insane. On top of that, you've got constant health regen, since you're always going to have a hostage or a dom or a convert running around. So you're getting 4.5% of your health back every 5 seconds. Plus the additional 30% health bonus from actually having the converts. And you've got 2 of them, so you don't need to worry about that not being up. Yeah, I just have massive survivability. Even if you get tased, you can use bulletproof just to zap the tasers off you if you get caught running around. It just feels OP and broken, to be honest, and it's probably going to get changed, especially the uppers and Swan Song interaction. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about the build. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. My name has been Jace, and I will see you all next time.